Hey there guys, Raj here, I am back and today's review is on a fragrance from the house of Parfums de Marly and this one is called Oajan. But before I get into the details and tell you guys what I think about this fragrance, you may have noticed that I've changed the name of my channel, so I am now the Scentient Man. I changed the name a few weeks ago, but this is actually the first time I'm doing a video under this new name. And I've been meaning to change the name for a long time, but just never got around to it. So there you go, something new. So I've been working off a sample, Parfums de Marly's Oajan. And I have tried this one from the full bottle a couple of times on paper and once on skin. So, bottle size, let me just check the details here. So this comes in 125 ml, it's an eau de parfum. It's going to cost you around 200 euros. I've seen this on the website recently, allbeauty.com for 135 pounds. So, you know, you could get this at a discount. Top notes, cinnamon, honey, and osmanthus. Heart notes, benzoin, labdanum, ambergris, and davana. Base notes, patchouli, musk, vanilla, and tonka bean. So there's actually quite a few notes in there which, to be honest, I don't get on my skin. I'll go into that in a second. What about performance? How long does this last on my skin? Is it loud? Is it a projection monster? Not really, not really. It really lasts maybe 6 hours on my skin. It projects a lot during the first hour and is actually really noticeable, but then turns into pretty much a skin scent. For this type of fragrance, being a sweet fragrance, I think that's actually not too bad in terms of projection. Like, I don't really want to be coming off like too over the top with this sweetness, but I wouldn't have minded this fragrance lasting me, you know, 8, 9, 10 hours. It just never worked that way on my skin. Where would you wear this? I think it's pretty much, it's fairly versatile. I think casual, night out, like bars, clubs, restaurants, that kind of thing. I wouldn't wear this in an office-based environment, but you could wear this to other formal events, like, you know, if you're going to a wedding or, yeah, something like that, a celebratory occasion, something like that. I think Oajan would work really well. I think this is in the middle of male, feminine, it's unisex, pretty much. I mean, anybody can wear any fragrance, but some fragrances smell better on some genders, but I think this one is pretty much in the middle. I think seasons, it suits, for me, cooler, colder weather. So, you know, autumn, winter, but going into spring, and to be honest, I've never worn this in warm weather, but I think it would do fine. But just be a little bit careful with the number of sprays that you do. And I would advise you guys to spray this one on clothes, actually. It helps with the performance. And to be fair, you can say that about a lot of fragrances. So yeah, so then let's get into the scent. What does this smell like? For me, this is a tonka bean dominant fragrance. And the tonka bean is very, very noticeable. If you want a good example of what tonka bean smells like, I would check out Oajan. It's not a note that I really... no, it took me a while to understand really what tonka bean was about, because I don't feel that designer mainstream fragrances really showcase it enough. And if you really want to smell great tonka bean fragrances, the other ones that I've tried that stand out in my mind anyway are Guerlain's Tonka Imperial, Dior's Fève Délicieuse, and it's a little bit hard to find, but if you can find it, Robert Piguet's Knightsbridge, which is exclusive to Harrods. So I feel, again, with this one, it really showcases the powdery nuances of tonka bean, the kind of bitter sweetness, almost like a vanillic, ambery accord that comes from it. Also, there is amber maybe coming in from the labdanum, and also there is honey in this fragrance, giving it a very warm, sweet ball of aroma. It's really nice for what it is. You do get a touch of vanilla also, and you know, it is nice in terms of sweetness. There is a complexity in the sweetness, but I don't feel like there's a huge amount going on apart from the sweet accord, which is, as I said, complex in its own right. But I don't get the cinnamon, which is a bit of a disappointment. I don't get any patchouli, or I don't get any other wood type notes on my skin. It's quite linear, but in the style. But as I said, this sweetness is multi-layered. So yeah, that's pretty much the fragrance. You know, it doesn't jump off my skin. It does stay fairly close, and all I could think of when I was wearing this fragrance, even though I do like it, I actually really do like the scent. All I could think of is I would rather be wearing Hermès's Ombre Narguilé, a fragrance that is often compared to Oajan. I just feel like Ombre Narguilé has so much more depth. I feel like the performance is better. Oh, it definitely is better. I feel like the ingredients are nicer. And there's just a little bit more going on in that one. It interests me more. But, you know, it is more expensive also. So Oajan, you know, I think it's a good fragrance. I think if you really like this, if you do get some of the other notes and you do get good performance, it's probably worth getting. And if you really like sweet fragrances, this is definitely one to check out. If you're not so keen, maybe look elsewhere. In terms of a rating, I'm going to go with 7.5 out of 10. And yeah, there you go. That's my review. So guys, feel free to also check out my Instagram page and like and subscribe to this channel if you're interested, if you like what you see. And I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.